All right. So we should be live, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not gonna kid myself. It's 99.99% gentlemen, which is fine.
Oh,
but
is
today the people on screen is 50-50. So that's nice to mix things up a bit. And people who are watching this, please let us know that you are.
The sound is good.
Sound and visuals are okay.
Can we see questions and shit? Is there a live chat or something?
Well, there is, and you can see it if you have.
No, I don't.
Hey, let me send it to you. I'll find it, and I'm just gonna say to people watching the live stream right now. I don't know how many you are. Probably not too many. Usually,
Well, you can see it somewhere.
I probably can if I open the YouTube thing. But people watch this. I'm just gonna say, oh, there we go. To people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got the links. I'm gonna send it to you.
You're such a pro.
I'm sending it to you on the Facebook.
I can't see Facebook right now because.
Oh shit!
I can see it on my phone. Oh wait. There have you. Oh my goodness! What is that thumbnail that you created? Oh my God!
Sorry. Maybe I should.
Oh my God! I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
All
so
right.
good. Okay, I love it. Okay, cool. Hey, I look way shittier than I planned to look like because I just came from a dinner. Here I see the YouTube live chat. Hi, everybody. Hi. Sorry, did you want to do like some official introduction or something? Something like, hey, here we...
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, everyone, this is my friend, Jen. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, good. I came back from a dinner from my dad's band. So I don't know if you saw that, like a couple of months ago, in summer, someone. First of all, my parents moved from the south to my area. The south means like 6 hours of driving on the highway, on the German highway. So it's like literally 20 hours of any other highway, right? So 6 hours south. And they moved to my area, and I was so happy. And my dad is a bass player, and he was like really worried about the fact that he might not have musicians here.
Oh.
So I talked to all my friends, and I'm like, hey, I need a band for my dad. And now he's got a band. So my good friend Barney, he was like, yeah, my band Sticks and Stones. They need a bass player, right? So my dad is now the bass player for the local cover band Sticks and Stones. And,
cool.
And they played a show, and they asked me whether I could like just join them for like 2 songs. And I said, of course I will. And then they said they're going to have like a post-show after dinner event thing happening. And that was tonight. Man, I'm so full. The food was amazing, but I'm so freaking full. Mm-hmm. So if I don't make any sense, I'm food drunk.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the best and worst feeling. And then you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night with heartburn.
But hopefully not. And I got back home, and then one of my cats just sneaked into my apartment, and the other one didn't. And I told you I'm missing one cat, so I went downstairs again, and I walked around the property and looked for the second cat, and
yeah.
So, but now I'm relaxed. Now I'm here. Both cats are here. I'm well fed. How are you?
I'm good. I've we have been cleaning today and like the house and we went to the
dump.
Yes, that's the word.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a dump. It's where you recycle everything.
Oh.
Like.
So when you recycle stuff in Sweden, do you get like money back? You drop shit off and then you get money back, or
No,
no?
no.
You just drop it off
We
for
drop it off, and I mean
being responsible?
it's free. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have a business and you go to this place and drop things off, then you have to pay for them to
What
take
if I
care
have
of
a
you.
business and I just don't say that I have a business?
Yeah, I suppose that works as well. No,
The fuck?
no one's asking, so I'm not sure how it works, but we've been doing that all day, which is not my favorite thing,
Exhausting.
but it needs to be done, you know.
Okay, that comes down to how is the weather in Sweden? Is it raining?
Not really, but it's like autumn is here now, like it's fully here,
Here too, yeah.
so
Where are you? Are you in Gothenburg or Sweden, Stockholm?
I am north of Stockholm by 2 hours.
Hmm.
So
Oh, that's quite a lot. Okay.
yeah, so
So the
we have
weather is
like
even shittier.
Stockholm, then we have Uppsala. A lot of people
Uppsala,
know
I know
about
that.
Uppsala, and then we have like where I live.
Do you know the song?
Which one?
You don't know the song?
No.
For real? There's a German song about a student from Uppsala.
Oh, really?
Ein Student aus Uppsala, la 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 la. Ein Student aus Uppsala. La. It's a famous song. It's like an old
That's so
traditional.
random.
So it's about a student from Uppsala.
Yeah, and I was born in Uppsala.
Oh,
Yeah, and
really?
I lived there. Went to the gymnasium.
That's the same word like in German.
Yes.
There's a lot
I
of words that are similar in German and Swedish.
Yeah, we go to the gymnasium school when we're like 16 to 19. I think it's basically the same for you, right?
I think we do 10 to 19 or 18
Oh, really?
earlier. So we have like 4 years of elementary school,
Yeah.
5, 6 to 9, 10. And then we do the gymnasium,
Ah,
Gymnasium in German.
all right.
I
All right.
went to a very cool gymnasium because there was two gymnasiums in my town where I grew up in the south of Germany. One was more like for the people that were into like becoming a lawyer or doctors, like you know what I mean, like the serious jobs. And
You
then
never
there
had that
was
for a plan?
nah. And then I went to the other one, which was supporting arts, which was pretty cool. It supported music, theater, and arts, like in painting and sculpture, building and stuff like that. So I always had like more lessons in music, of course, than the normal gymnasium. So that was pretty cool, pretty good. And I had a very, very excellent. I don't know, how is it in Sweden? Like like the last 2 years of your high school is you pick two topics, like two subjects that are your main courses, like your main thing. And I picked English and music, well, obviously. And I got the greatest lessons. I'm grateful to this very day to my teacher because he taught me so much that sometimes I look at people that study music at universities and they study the shit that I learned in high school. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Wow, interesting. So I was lucky. I was really lucky.
Yeah, I mean that can make such a difference what kind of people, teachers, mentors,
Yeah.
parents. And your dad's a bass player. So
My dad is a bass player and he was literally my dad is from Thailand. So the whole story started with him touring in Germany. And back in the days, like 70s, 80s, there were like bands playing in hotels as like live entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
And they were hired for like 2 months. The band Fantasy from Thailand is going to play, right?
That's unthinkable today that
Exactly. Exactly.
musicians would be hired like that.
Right? But back in the days, that was my dad's job. And my mom was in the audience.
Oh,
And so
I
my
see
mom,
where this is going.
classical stuff. It's such a stupid, cute story.
Yeah.
Mom fell in love with dad. And then, yay, there
And
was
he
me.
was
And
up there
then he
slapping the bass.
slapped on the bass. And then there was me. And um, I mean, he was in Germany for quite some years before there was me. And then he had this band called Kids. And in Germany, we had this movement called the Neue Deutsche Welle,
Mhm.
which was, I don't know, it's not a thing outside of Germany. It was shitty disco pop music. Do you know Nena?
Yes.
Na na na, take the balloons. That era,
Hmm.
right? So my dad's band was in that era too. And they had like, let's say, two big hits. One was called Die Sängerin vom Königssee. Can you say that? Die Sängerin vom Königssee.
Oh shit.
Try it.
Too
Die
difficult.
Sängerin
Too
vom
difficult.
Königssee. Anyway, that was a die Sängerin vom Königssee. Some disco pop hit. And then they had another second chart hit. And then there was me. And then my dad said, okay, I'm going to become a dad now. And then he literally quit everything musically he was doing
Hmm.
because it was me.
Yeah.
And then the apple didn't fall far from the tree. So then I became what I became.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I love that.
Yeah. My dad is a good guy. I love
Yeah.
my dad.
So he left
Great
the
inspiration.
he left the touring life in favor
He
of
left
the
the
family life.
touring, the musician touring life, just like I just recently did.
Yeah.
Um, but he had a reason of like, I mean, he had a child. I don't have a child. I'm not pregnant. I don't want to become pregnant. So
Yeah.
I'm just fed up with the business. So, but hey, I enjoy my retirement.
Yes.
I really do. And hey, recently I got on blabbermouth
What happened?
again. It's like
Is
they
that
must be
like a common
so
thing for you?
they, don't you know that? When you get on blabbermouth, it's like they don't have a life. It's like blabbermouth. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say blabbermouth? Huh?
I don't know.
See,
Weird
exactly.
people in the comments section.
Exactly. Exactly. Weird people in the comment section, weird people creating a headline. That's blabbermouth. And I did one interview about my retirement, and it took them, I think, 2, 3 days. And then in the morning, I saw the link, and I'm like,
Maybe I should just preface this for people
oh yeah, please
watching
do
that
so.
if you don't know about Jen, she's a German guitar player, and she did a bunch of year with the mega famous band Evanescence. Um, and she did a whole lot of
Sorry.
things before and during and after Evanescence as well. But
Mhm.
that was like the the biggest of the gigs um,
Yeah,
from
yeah, it was,
one point
and
of view. So
it was
and now
7
she has
beautiful
very
years.
recently announced her retirement from, I guess, from the music, the recording and touring.
The music business.
Yeah.
Don't say recording. The music business.
All right, right. So I'm actually very curious
Mm.
to learn more about this. I haven't retired, but I have changed the way I operate. I don't want to tour much, and I'm
Yep.
totally feeling your dad because I have a 6-year-old at home, and I
Oh,
do not want to be.
6 years old
Yeah. And so
already.
I don't
Oh
want
my
to
God.
be on the other side of the planet, and my parents are
Yep.
getting old,
Yep.
and your parents are now living much closer to you.
I hear you.
Yeah, so please, like the floor is yours. Tell me all about it.
It's, life is constantly changing. And I don't think it's a shame to go with the flow of life.
Hmm.
not just only you or Devin Townsend, another one.
Sure, yeah.
Like the three of us, for example, we all said our parents are not getting younger and we don't want to be apart from them for like months. Like normal people, it sounds bad. The regular person doesn't really understand what it's like to be on tour and be away and far away from home for such a long time.
Yeah.
The last few tours that I've done was for Electro Voice in the States before all that drama. But I was gone for 3 months. I
Hmm.
wasn't sleeping in my own bed for 3 months. I wasn't cooking in my kitchen for 3 months. I wasn't breathing the air in my hometown for 3 months. 3 months is a fucking long time.
Yeah.
And you have to have that will of doing that. When you're young, you're like, man, let's go and explore, and everything new every day is good. But there comes a time when you put your priorities to the core, and it's not exploring the new anymore because you already have explored so much. Not that
Hmm.
you have explored everything, but you've explored so much that you can now say, my priority is my family. I think it's more important for me to stay with my parents right now instead of like eating, I don't know, sushi in Japan,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Yeah.
And I was not sad that the third leg of the Electro Voice tour, because of all the tariffs and all bullshit, got canceled. Because that would have been like a 4 month leg in the States. And I enjoyed that touring. I did. But if you put me in a neutral space and make me pick whether I would like to be away from home for 3 months and tour and not sleep and not eat and whatever, or stay home and be able to spend time with my beloved ones, I'd rather do that,
Yeah,
right?
totally. And when you, I mean, for a lot of musicians, when they choose like the touring life, and when they choose that for being their means of income, it's not that you can just choose to not do it, because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of musicians, I think, that are lucky enough to be able to just tour a little bit and then play a little bit and do a little bit of this and that,
Yeah.
and make that into a living. Like
Yeah. That's a good
most
point.
bands, if you're gonna make money off of being in a band, you need to tour
Keep touring and
a whole
doing
lot,
and
or
function.
maybe
Yeah.
like we have done it with Scar Symmetry in all the years, 20 years we've been active. We never turned it into a living. Never. Everyone. I'm the one, because I do so many other things that I could sort of turn it into more of a living. But the rest of the guys, they all have day jobs, so which means we can't tour a lot.
And then at the same time, even when you have day jobs, you have to make sure that everybody can allow themselves to be playing that festival on a Thursday,
Yeah.
or, you know, so that's not easy either, because that's a day calling in sick, right?
Yeah.
So that's not easy
Sometimes.
either.
Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, honestly, people, a lot of people got to know me from my work with Evanescence, but before that, what a lot of people don't know, I started out as working as a stagehand.
Hmm.
That was my first job in a local club where I lived, where I grew up. And then I turned into a guitar tech, learned a lot about guitars and tunings and how to change strings on the Floyd and all that shit, like a lot of technical stuff. And then I turned into merch girl. Then I did merchandise for three bands on a European tour when I was, I don't know, 19, 20 or something. And then I turned into tour manager. So, like the steps were like growing.
Hmm.
And by now, I'm really thankful that I went through all of these phases, because if there is something that I hate, It's this nowadays attitude of like, I want to become a rock star. I want to become famous. There I am, famous. Then you sell a million records with one single, and then you're just like, what a bullshit. This is complete bullshit. It's like nothing. And I think if people really work their way up and they play these shows, Jesus fucking Christ, I've been playing in an ACDC tribute band, and I've been traveling the whole Europe in my own car, slapping my own shit,
Yeah.
like connecting all the cables and like doing the sound check, sweating my ass off. No time for dinner. Okay, let's play. Okay, sleeping in a shitty youth hostel and shit like that. If you do that, it it teaches something to your soul. It teaches gratitude. It teaches like a healthy mindset. So if you get to the point that you are allowed, and I'm using this now, if you're allowed to sit on that throne, on that evanescence throne, because that's what it is, you realize that it's a throne. You don't take anything for granted, and you enjoy every little second. I mean, literally the only move that I had to do within that time with that band, I was not allowed. I was not allowed to change my own strings. I was not allowed to touch my gear at all.
Yeah.
The only thing that I was allowed to do was like put your in ears in and then take your guitar pick. It was like this. Thank you. And then I had to do this move.
Yeah.
That was it. If I did anything
you get
else,
used to that
it was
so
like,
quickly.
whoa, what's wrong? No, you don't. I don't.
Oh, you
Did you
didn't?
in Meshuggah? Did you
Yeah, in a way, in a way. I mean, I was enjoying it, and
really?
and yeah, I mean, when we did the first tour, and it was like just show up. I needed to like find my way to the airport to fly out to the tour, but all of the gear, everything was already sent out. So
That's comfortable. Yes,
so,
I get
so
it.
I
Yeah.
just came, with like a bag of my clothes and personal things, and everything was handled, and and even like when we flew to South America and played, they couldn't fly all of their gear in. That was more of a like rental situation. We had some of
Oh
the
yeah.
most important things, but we had like almost 40 cases of gear, and backdrops, and so like a lot of gear. So, but it was like, when we came to the hotel late at night and everyone was super tired, and I'm just like, oh, let's get all of the gear, everyone, let's carry it in. And then like the tour manager is like, no,
Like,
no,
no,
Pat,
don't do that.
you go to the room, go to bed. And I was like, what?
What?
So,
Exactly. Me too. At one time, I remember we've been touring the States, and I'm an early bird, so I get up early, and I was just like I couldn't rest anymore, so I got out of the bus, walked into the venue, and the whole crew was building up the stage, and I was like, oh, cool, right? And everybody was like, shh, 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 artist. There's an artist. It's like, yeah, it's just me. Come on. Hello. And then what was weird is that I just grabbed one of my guitarists and I wanted to change strings because I figured like the strings were little, dull, and like, okay, I'll change strings. And my guitar tech walked up to me. I'll never forget that. And he was like, literally, like, he was walking up to me. He's like, can you not? Can you not, please? Can you not? And I'm like, why? It's my guitar. Can't I just change strings on my own guitar? He's like, no, I don't want to get fired. And that was the moment where it struck me. I was like, really? You would get fired if I changed strings on my own guitar? Fucking weird, this world. It's like, and also the building of I had a beautiful rack with everything is like, if you tour on that level, everything is main and spare.
yeah.
So I had everything twice, right? which I thought was ridiculous. Anyway, so I had two ferments, I had two helixes, I had two power amps, I had two everything, I had two synergy racks, two Syn 5050. And building that rack, I never ever felt more disconnected to my gear than this rack because I didn't do it. My guitar tech did it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then I'm like I'm getting there on stage and I'm like I don't know how this is functioning. I didn't build it. I don't understand the ways it's like it's connected and I felt like it's like an alien. It's hard to explain, but I'm the one that likes to plug in the pedals and the cables and I like to build that shit so I understand what I'm doing and I
Mm-hmm.
understand the ways that it's working. And if somebody else is doing that for you,
Yeah.
I don't know. How was that for you in Meshuggah? Like Meshuggah is, I'm sorry, but Meshuggah is my good example for this giant thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when see, I mean, I was the fill-in guy, so I just had my guitar builder put in the same pickups as the Meshuggah guys have. You know, try to get.
You changed your pickups in your guitars?
I did it for the gig,
Wow. What
and
what what did you change? Like what I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. So what did you change?
well, I'm also an idiot when it comes to these things. So
Cool.
and we were working on a new model for me. So I
Hmm.
was already like kind of figuring out what kind of pickups I would have in it, and I don't know shit about pickups.
Yeah,
So I was just like, oh, so they're using the Swedish brand Landgren. So I just
good
like
pickups.
put whatever pickups they use
Yeah.
because then I will be in the ballpark. And then when
Did
I
you did you have thoughts about the wood of the guitar or the
no
shape and
no
sustain of the guitar? Did you
no
only think about the pickups?
yeah because nothing else. I mean I could change the woods and stuff, but like the body shape and all of that was already set because that's what the brand Strandberg has to
Right.
offer. So um, and like I think
Did they play the same guitars? I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry
they
for
they
these stupid
play they
questions.
play Ibanez guitars.
They play
And
Ibanez guitars,
they
really?
do. And they used Axe effects back then. So
Okay.
I just used Fredrik, the guy who I was subbing for. I just
Right.
used his Axe effects, and we just tweaked things like gain and gate
Okay.
to match like with the
Like to match the
output.
guitars and the pickups
Yeah,
and
and
everything.
like my picking
Okay.
style, how hard I pick,
Right.
and that was
Cool.
it. And then I basically used his setup. Just I mean I didn't need to be like here's my sound and it's super important.
Yeah. Just like me in Evanescence.
Yes.
I've just been 7 years of like just I tried to sound like the one guitar player that recorded that song back in the days.
Yeah, I mean I
But it's
guess
been it's
like
been 7 great years. I'm not bullshitting on that. It's been 7 great years, and I wish the band all the best. NDAs and so on.
yeah, but it's like it's a weird thing to like step out of a situation like that. Now I know that you're like the end of your tenure with the Evanescence was different than mine with Meshuggah. So
How was yours with Meshuggah?
uh, well, basically I think everyone was waiting for a long time to learn what Fredrik wanted to do. If he like
Mm-hmm.
did he want to come back to the band? When he was he gonna come back to the band? Like and I'm not sure he himself knew because he took time off to build a studio and work on his own music and all of these
Okay.
things. And he was like he was kind of far away from what the band was doing, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, they kept in touch, and him and I will like wrote to each other sometimes, and but I feel like he he probably enjoyed having that time off and was something that he needed to do, from what I understand. But then we did our last show in 19. We were supposed to do a tour in 2000, but it got canceled, of course, because it was COVID. So
So
after that, it was like, yeah, people didn't know. And then kind of early 2021, then I get a call, like, oh, he's coming back.
okay.
But it kind
Did
of,
you have any? Did you have any preparation to that?
yeah,
Did
I
you
mean,
expect that?
I think that, I mean, I knew that if Fredrik was gonna decide that he wasn't gonna come back, or that he was gonna stay out for longer, then I suppose I would be the guy that they
Would
would
have
ask.
stayed.
They would ask
Yeah,
me
totally.
to stay. But so I was kind of, for like a year. I was in this kind of weird place where I didn't know if I was gonna do the gig for longer, or if my time was
That's
over.
tough.
And it was a cool gig. I liked the music. I really liked the people involved, the crew, the management,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
shows
yeah,
were, everything was amazing as far as the music and
yeah,
playing, and the fans are super crazy about it,
yeah.
and everyone seemed to accept me
That's
being there
nice.
also,
Yeah,
both like the band and crew and the audience. So it was
right.
it was really sweet. But in 19, my son was born, and I had to go on a
Mm,
tour when he was 6 weeks old.
that's
And that was
brutal.
absolutely heartbreaking. And
Yep.
so I had that, and I was like, if they would ask me to keep touring with them, it would be hard to say no to a very, like, one of the maybe the coolest gig you can have on that
Yeah,
side of like
yeah,
the
yeah.
metal
Totally.
world.
I get it.
Uh,
I get it.
oh, and
But at the same time, you want to do it,
yeah,
right?
I would, for sure, I would have loved to keep doing
Yeah.
it. I had the best of times. Uh, I got paid, you know, got paid pretty well, and I was treated, as I would be an original band member, and
Nice. I
in
get.
every way. So,
Hmm.
uh, but there was also that feeling like I have to say, if they like approach me like, we're gonna do 4 weeks in the US, I can't do that. There's just no chance that I'm gonna leave my son for
Let
four
me tell you a
weeks.
story about when we did the with Evanescence. We did the Synthesis album.
Hmm.
Synthesis was literally going on a 1.5 year world tour, playing with the ultimate best live orchestras. We played at the Sydney Opera Hall.
Hmm.
We played with all the incredible, legendary European German symphonics and the Czech Public Symphony Orchestra, and the best of the best. And the idea of the album was to strip down mm, all heavy metal guitars, strip down all rock acoustic drums, and replace everything with. It's like I kept saying back in the days, I kept saying it's like David Guetta meets Beethoven. So you have digitally programmed sounds, like you use an oscillator
Hmm.
and shit like that. Instead of like go go gag go gag go gag go gag, like cool riffing, you just use one note and you go like
Hmm.
that. And then, for example, you skip the bass because you have patterns to replace the bass. You use, instead of you use
Hmm.
like that shit. And it was just like so fascinating. And then you play and you replace all the melodic parts that you skipped and taken out of the music with a live orchestra arrangement,
Hmm.
right? So we've been touring with, I think it was a 38-piece orchestra all over the world. That experience has been freaking Amazing. It's been so
You
amazing.
you
Why am I
were you
telling
were
you that?
touring you were touring with the same orchestra?
No,
No, you played with
no, we used
local.
local orchestras, which was amazing too, because there had been like horrible orchestras
Hmm.
and there had been amazing orchestras.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I remember Prague, Czech Republic, amazing orchestra, like so good. Like you start sound check and they sound like so full and so warm and like so good. And then there was Reno.
Hmm.
Reno, Reno was a harp player. We had one song. I never told the story. We had one song that was started by the harp player, and every orchestra person had like a little, in ear and click, of course, because it's all click music. And the whole thing. And first of all, the Reno Orchestra was average age, I don't know, like 85, old. And then the harp lady was like, this click click ting ting thing in my ear doesn't match my feeling. Like I'm gonna play without it.
Oh.
And we've all been like, no, God. So what happened at the show was like, okay, of course, it was Pro Tools saving us. So Pro Tools was playing the harpist's part, and the harpist played sin like enjoyed her playing, but she was not playing. Reno was hard.
Oh
But
man.
anyway, why am I telling this story right now? What did you just say?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool. Anyway, touring for synthesis was quite something. And I remember when we first talked about it at lunch, we sat down in Nashville. And actually, we sat down in Nashville, and next to us, the table next to us was Taylor Swift.
Oh wow.
And we talked about this whole idea. And the original idea was 5 shows, not 5 tours, but it ended up to be like 5 tours. So we toured literally everywhere with this synthesis album. And it's been a really, me for my part, what I really, really, really enjoyed was I got to sing a lot because from the very beginning, I understood that with the whole concept of like skipping all these rock guitars, like the shit that I love to do, there was no more shit that I love to do.
Hmm.
And then I said, okay, I have to like help myself and find something. So I learned how to play the theremin
Hmm.
for this very tour. And I bought myself like 2 theraminis from beautiful company Moog. And I learned how to play that. And I took classes with the world champion of theremin. There's a world champion, why ever. And you learn these different like finger positions, like this C, this is a D, all that, like how to move your fingers. Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness, I'm old. And that was pretty cool. And in combination with singing a lot, because I'm also a vocalist and I really, really enjoyed singing with Amy. She's a great vocalist. And when you get the chance to sing with a great vocalist, it makes you better. Like you learn and you
Hmm.
enjoy learning from just doing that. And we had a couple of songs where her and I were like singing so much together. And I really, really, really enjoyed that. That was great in combination with the theremin and the
Hmm.
which was pretty much boring. Okay. But but it was an interesting tour. It was different because when everybody
But you
thought
didn't
like,
play
oh,
any guitar?
I had a guitar. I had a guitar on my lap.
Hmm.
And I played the um I didn't really play like no.
Hmm.
Not what I understand what is playing, like definitely not. No. But it's been really something interesting because a lot of people put us in the category of um the Metallica S&M album.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, oh wow, Metallica and an orchestra. Everybody's like, oh my God, they a rock band and an orchestra in the back. But that was not what we've been doing with synthesis. Synthesis was merging the band into the orchestra, not rock band plus orchestra, but taking away what distracts from the orchestra, from the rock band, and then merging the rock band into the orchestra. So that was really something new and very interesting. Play wise, as a guitar player, for me personally, I was bored as fuck because I didn't get to play. There was no more riffs, there was no more playing. Like, all of us guitar players are show offs. We like to play, right? We like to do things.
Yeah.
And I there was just nothing to do. Just sit there, play one note.
Yeah. I would love to write for a symphonic orchestra and
Have you ever written?
and improvise over it.
Oh, have you ever written something like a classical piece for like a, I don't know, quartet or something?
Not really.
Why not?
Um,
I've done that. It's pretty cool. If
Yeah.
you do that, and then you hand it over, and the moment when they start playing, and you hear that, it's so different from the MIDI that you use MIDI to program all the shit,
of course.
right? So, and you're used to that dry bullshit 8-bit sound, and then when you hand over notes, and 4 humans start playing your music, that feeling is amazing. Do it.
Yeah, I actually have a friend here in the small town where I live who is he's in his 70s. He is he's led like a lot of different ensembles and he's been teaching
nice.
and he's like a mentor of mine, and we've known each other for forever. And he's told me like recently, like, Per, you should write for the
Yes.
because we have a local symphonic orchestra, like an amateur symphonic orchestra, and he's like, I'm pretty sure we can raise money. We can get like a grant from there's some like private funds here. So I'm like,
Even
yeah.
if it's just for the experience, like they have a concert and they play one little piece that you wrote, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
For the sake of the experience. Like I told you, I did that. I sat there and I had all the MIDI bullshit, and then I printed out the notes and I gave it to, I had a cellist, a viola player, and 2 violin players, and I handed out those notes and they started playing what I wrote. That feeling is just, do it.
Yeah.
You have
and
to,
I mean,
you have to experience that feeling. It's so good.
I love harmonies. I'm such a
Yes.
harmony
Oh,
junkie,
totally.
and I love big chords. And like I want to hear a chord like
Oh yeah.
I want to hear that
Nice.
in a symphonic orchestra.
Oh, so good, right? I'm a sucker for, this is one of the biggest critiques when it comes to my second solo album, Insanity, and also the Magini album. Like, Mike was deleting harmonies, but one of the biggest critiques for my second solo album, Insanity, was my vocals are so much in the front, and all the backing vocals, like the harmonies, are so much in the front too. And I said, man, I'm a sucker for King's X, Extreme, Queen. I am a sucker for these giant vocal arrangements. I love them, and I want them to be like all up in your face. I don't want that to be like a decoration all the way in the background. I want them all the way in the front. And I keep singing like the weirdest harmonies, and I don't care, but I like it. And everybody was like, whoa, vocals. Ooh. And when I worked with Mike Magini on his solo album, I was presenting like the way it was. We did like we did FaceTime sessions, and he was able to see my DAW and everything, and me recording. So he went to pee, and I was recording and all that shit. And then I sent all the files to him, and he was able to like select which files he would keep or toss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I offered way, way, way more harmonies than he took in the end, because he's just not such a sucker for like big vocal harmonies like I am. It's the minimum. If I record any vocal track or cover or whatever, it's like minimum, I don't know, 16 tracks of vocals,
Mm-hmm.
because I double everything, like pan it left, right, and then you pan it. For example, the second harmony is panned 30 left, right. Then the fourth harmony is, or the third harmony is like 40% left, right, and then you pan everything like
Yes.
and the if you do like that shit like that, then you go like hard left, hard right, and all that, and double that, and it's I am just a sucker for good vocal harmonies. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
I'm the same.
Maybe I should do an a cappella album next if I ever come back from my retirement.
Yeah. You know, I did an a cappella song.
Oh, did you?
I did. When I came home from, I think it was my second tour with Meshuggah. And at that point, you know, I had really grown into the gang and the group, and we were just having a lot of fun. And you know, there were a fair amount of, you know, late night partying and good times, and
Sweet.
and so during that tour, I was singing a lot in the bus to maybe people
You were
weren't too,
singing a lot on the bus.
maybe everyone wasn't too amused, but I was like, when I,
Aha.
you know, got into the good spirits after having a bunch of too many beers in my belly,
You're cute.
I could come into the bus and I sang songs for people. So
Okay.
I often went up to Jens, the singer, and I sang songs for him, and then I changed like the word of the girl in the song. So then I was like, I started singing like, now I forgot the lyrics.
Yes.
In the morning I see your eyes, Jens Kidman, Jens Kidman,
Oh my god.
and everyone was like, Per, you are weird.
Out of your
Like,
mind.
we love you, man, but you are not.
Out of your mind.
Yeah. So we got home from the tour, and I went to my studio and was gonna get right back into some project and working on that. And I was just like, I had such a good time on tour. I'm missing everyone. And I in my head I heard Jens Kidman, Jens Kidman. So so you know what I did?
Oh no.
I opened a Cubase project,
Oh,
tons of channels, and then I started like this. And
Oh my god, I love it.
I beatboxed the fucking rhythm, and then
Oh my goodness.
I just layered and like a million tracks, and then
Oh, I love it.
I arranged everything in you know, 3-part harmony, and later in the song.
How long was the song?
It's not too long, like a minute and a half or so, but when it comes to the part do 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 Rosanna, I sang the names of the band members, like Thomas Hake, Meshuggah.
Meshuggah.
Yes, De Klövgren, yeah. So stupid. And
Oh my god.
and I could
so
only
you recorded the whole thing.
well, not the
guitars,
yeah. I mean, I
drums,
did drums, bass, like
Oh.
chords, and then 3-part harmony vocals on top. And when I came to
That's
that
not easy.
part, I had reharmonized everything. Like the melody was the same, but the chords were like totally.
Is there a recording of that? I want to listen to that.
There is.
Can you send it to me? I want to hear it right now.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Oh my god.
And then
I've never written any like ridiculous songs. The only ridiculous song I've ever written is called Testicles, and I wrote it for Devin Townsend.
Testicles.
Because here's the story. Devin had this incredible, like, anybody who's listening right now, listen carefully. Devin Townsend has the Devin Townsend podcast, and it's so good. Mm-hmm. Have you been listening to the Devin Townsend podcast?
I've been sleeping to his podcast.
I loved his freaking podcast. I was so addicted to that. So my music school that I own and where I teach is like an hour and a half from where I live. So every week I would listen to the Devin Townsend podcast when I drive, right? And there was this one specific night I was driving and it was dark already because I finished teaching late. And I don't know why, but I drove and like the trees on the side of the street, they looked like rainbows. Everything was weird. And it was the part of the Devin Townsend podcast, where he talked about his it's terrible. His balls. How his balls had like additional fluid or something. I think it was gross. So
too much information, some people would say.
I know. So this part of the podcast, that section, was playing while I saw like rainbows in trees while I was driving back home. And then I don't know, I thought about, what if? Now think about that. That's the serious part about the song. What if you can actually rebirth yourself? So what if the lyrics of the song are, let me crawl back and wait. Fuck. What's the lyrics? Let me crawl back to your uterus and define me new. Or hang on. Fuck, I don't know the lyrics of my own song. That's embarrassing.
Testicles.
Yeah, it's something about like, let me be inside your let me be inside your testicles. Let me recreate myself. Let me crawl back to my your uterus and define me new. So what if that would be something that would be possible? It would be pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you could just like restart your whole thing. Anyway, that song was inspired by Devin Townsend. And I keep saying that. And Devin once told me, he's like, the fuck, Jen? Like, sorry.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, perfect. Isn't that what an artist likes his or her audience to think? I like that. If people think about me, what the fuck, Jen? What the hell is wrong with you? That is what I want them to think.
Yeah.
I don't want them to think, oh, that's another nice song.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Fucking boring. Who the hell needs that? When I wrote Insanity, I was sure everybody's gonna fucking hate that song. That song, Insanity, with Jan Serfeld. You know Jan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jan played the solo. And I knew that he's like famously known from Panzer Ballet with jazz metal and all that. But in the song, I made some like oriental shit. Then I made some like chicken picking, poppy pop parts in there. And then there's like a death metal part in there. It's like so. It's so too much for mainstream,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that. And I did that because I was like, fuck everybody. I don't care. This is what I want. And of course, the solo has to be a jazz solo, walking bass in the middle of a song that it doesn't fit at all, but I love it. And I think what a lot of artists nowadays miss, they're writing um too much for what they think people want to hear, which is pretty much my first album. I wrote my first album
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, this is what people want to hear. That's why I'm writing it like that. And I made compromises with myself. With Insanity, the second album, I made no fucking compromises. I was just like, you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm just gonna write what I want to write, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna hate it.
But I think that's kind of interesting that you did it in that order, because it's like,
Yeah,
I think for a lot of artists, they might maybe not for all,
I don't
but
know.
it's like if you record your first album, if you are in that position where you maybe you don't even know if you have much of an audience yet. Uh, maybe you already had an audience at that point, but for like
I
say,
had an audience for the second album. I did
yeah,
because that was 2 years into Evanescence. But
because it feels like
and
if you're
even worse,
doing it,
and I still did it. Ooh.
but if you're releasing a debut album, you don't have an audience. You just do something that you want to do, and
True.
it starts for fun, and then people start digging it, and you're gonna do the next album, and suddenly you have an audience. You haven't
Hmm.
have expectations. I think maybe that's more
How hard is that for
common.
you? Like I feel that is really a hard point for me. Like a lot of people have been asking me for my third solo album. And to be quite frank, honest, I haven't been writing at all.
Yeah.
Something is really blocking me because inside of me, I'm thinking Insanity has been the greatest thing that I was able to do.
Hmm.
And I can't top that. It's just impossible. I have to do something completely different, like an unplugged jazz album or something. I don't know, like something completely different. But I can't be doing something like Insanity because I cannot top it. It's the greatest of my abilities. How do you feel about feeling under pressure, like to top yourself
Well,
from creations?
I don't really have a pressure to top myself per se, but the latest Car Symmetry album was a struggle for me for several
Why?
reasons. But one of them is that it's the second part of a trilogy where we have a synopsis and
Mhm.
an idea of what it should be, and
Right.
the first album um, came out really great. That might be the thing that I'm most proud of. Like I love the
Yeah.
songs and I think I hit jackpot with the production. I recorded and mixed and
Yeah.
mastered and did all of it myself pretty much. Um, and then when I was writing and recording the second album, which due to like the storyline, it was supposed to be a heavier and more aggressive and darker album. So I was forced to write it in that manner.
Style.
It couldn't
Yeah.
be happy go lucky, which the first album kind of is. So
Hmm.
I had to like make some creative decisions against my own wishes. I mean, there's a lot of the things I wanted to do in there as
How
well,
do you
but
do that? How do you do that? So you feel like you sit down one day and you're like, gone forever. You feel like this good, positive, happy chorus thing. How do you how do you do that?
yeah, I don't know. I just had to get into it. But I would really like to talk more about this
Mm.
whole thing with your retirement and
Oh,
like maybe something of like your your reasoning and your how you're thinking about it, and
It's amazing.
like what is what do you have like in front of you? I know you're running your music school since
I do have
quite a
my
few
music
years.
school. Yeah, I do have my music school, and I do love my kids. My little one is the smallest kid is 6 years old, and he's adorable. He plays AC/DC, and my oldest kid is 76.
Hmm?
So I've got all the ages, and I
I
enjoy
love
that
that.
a lot. It's fucking amazing. And I like teaching. I like um I like people to bloom, to tickle their um whatever is there, and make it grow and bloom. And the moment when they realize it gets better and it starts growing and the playing gets better and they start understanding, that's when I'm like, "Ah, it's fulfilling my heart. I love
Mm.
teaching." So that's the main thing. But the retirement thing is, uh, hey, I recently made it again onto Blabbermouth. Fucking idiots. But hey, this time they took the whole line. They didn't take just like the beginning of the line because I was bashing on them because everybody said Majura retired because of AI. This is not what I said. I said I've retired because of AI related developments and society change. But
Hmm.
the press, as you know, they said Majura retired because of AI. And so then, therefore, I got a shitstorm, and everybody was texting me, "You fucking idiot." Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Duh. Um, Honestly, I've been thinking about that for so many years already. I I grew up in a world. That makes me sound old. Oh God.
Yeah. You're not that old.
Anyway, but I'm still gonna start it that way. Anyway, I grew up in a world where skills and hard work of spending time with your instrument and the will to like learn and the will to understand music and even music theory and the way instruments work, all of that was a value.
Mm.
And I like that world. And that world has disappeared because nowadays everything is being replaced by AI. And people have the mindset of, hey, I'm going on to whatever next. What are these chart shows called? I don't know. I don't have any TV, so a chart show or something where they go to cast talents, like a casting show or something.
Yeah.
And people go there with the expectation um, to show off and then be gratefully added to the realms of rock stars, superstars. And I don't like this world because I grew up different. I grew
Mm.
up with, like I said earlier, you work with a stagehand. You're a stagehand. Like you just schlep shit. Then you're a guitar tech. You schlep shit and fix shit. And then you're a merchandise person. You schlep shit. And then you're a tour manager. You organize for people. You learn the business. You learn you learn what's hard work. And the whole step of learning what's hard work doesn't really exist in my mind nowadays with young people anymore.
Mm.
And it's just that's one part of the whole retirement thing. The other part is that I got my Ibanez deal. For example, I was working with Yamaha back in the days,
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful. Yamaha, I'm still friends with my Yamaha guys. They're amazing people. They sorted out that I could come to the guitar summit, by the way. Um, my Yamaha guys are amazing, but you get endorsement deals not because you want more stuff. You get endorsement deals with a company because you already have their stuff. You already love their gear. You already play their instruments. That's when you want to have like an endorsement deal. And then you approach the company, and the company is most likely loving to use you for advertisements and shit. That's why you get an endorsement deal. And then they will book you for clinics or do advertisements or whatever, right? So you don't try to get any endorsement deal just for the sake of stuff. You don't do that. And
Well, a lot of people try to.
I know that's what I'm saying. And the problem is nowadays there's so many of these bedroom players, and you know what I mean, that are being where I try to be very polite right now, where fucking companies stuff gear up their fucking asses. Where I'm like, why? What for? Put this stupid little pussy on a fucking stage, give her a fucking full stack. She can't even fucking control her gear. Like, she's not capable of playing. Like, why do you give her an endorsement deal? So it's a click game. The
Yeah.
more clicks you get, the more endorsement deals you get. And the problem that I have with the whole thing is the less you wear, the more clicks you get, the more endorsement deals you get.
Yeah.
The less everybody else is wearing, the more I put on. I fucking hate that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that crap. Like, I don't give a shit. And I don't know if I'm the only one speaking out, but for example, and I said that in that interview that I did about my retirement, I'm like, this one girl, not saying any names, but she was like literally trying to do a blow job on a talk box of the cover of Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. And she got millions of likes and clicks and endorsement deals, and now has a great gig and bah. And I'm like, really, guys? Seriously? What the fuck is wrong with this world? Shouldn't it be about, I think, tone? Tone is something that got lost completely. Tone, like, I don't know, Reggie Kotzen. He doesn't give a shit about the way he looks on stage when he plays. The tone is what counts.
Sure.
You have a great tone. Like Guthrie has 10 millions different tones with one note. The tone. Why don't people pay attention to tone?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They are too busy editing their performances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
when I see
tired of that.
when I see, like, for example, when I see, and I can think of a few examples of
It makes me upset. I'm sorry.
I can think of a few examples of both male and female, like Instagram guitar players who are like like young, super, you know,
Stupid.
pretty and sexy and handsome and they might even be, you know, really talented at what they do, and then you see like they have 1 million followers or so, and I have like 30,000. And but it's like I get that. I mean, of course, like beauty and that kind of thing sells.
So
I think maybe like a blowing your
job.
yeah, your talk box is
It's
it
so fucking fucking stupid.
is a
It
little
should
bit
be
much.
about talent and tone,
But
not about like stupid bullshit.
I
I'm
agree,
sorry.
but at least I feel like, I mean, okay, so this person has their appearance that they are monetizing and getting views from. That is what it is, and if they are honest with what they are playing and maybe somewhat honest with their looks, it's not
Somewhat.
all it's not all filters, but when I see guitar players where everything is so clearly faked and edited
Yeah.
to hell,
Yeah.
and people are like calling out like, this doesn't really look like you're playing, and then they reply like, oh, I'm for sure playing. And there's even been guitar players who just miming to like the Guitar Pro
Yep.
track, and obviously they have tons of fans who are defending them. No, they are for sure playing for real.
The problem also is, the level. This is dangerous territory. The level of the audience is also going down. Like people that can tell what's AI and what's real music. It's getting more and more difficult. The real taught smart people know. A lot of people don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Like I did this 4-song release right before my retirement, and there was a song called Dead Chicken on the Floor. I played that song at the Frankfurt Music Fair. You played there too. So I played there, and I played that song in 2000 and I don't remember, 15 or something. I don't know. And I released that demo song, and somebody was like, this song is clearly AI. And I'm thinking to myself, you fucking idiot. God damn it. I played that song like fucking 10 years ago. And I posted that. And I was like, explain that now, you dumb shit. Because people are not capable of selecting what's reality and what's fake.
Yeah.
And when
that's just going to be more and more difficult.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is becoming more and more difficult. So what does that tell you for the job as a musician? What is your opinion?
I don't know. I mean, if you could just make up an Instagram persona, and you can just like prompt AI to
fake person.
Yeah, I mean, to just put out super convincing videos of someone playing ridiculous things, and it looks and sounds absolutely believable and sounds unbelievable, unbelievably good. I think like that's not too far away. So, which means that if you are a new player and you're gonna try to break in and get a following, and you're competing with things that look just as real as you are, that's seems
so
like I mean, if I'm thinking for myself, at least I've come up before this era, so when I continue post things, people know like I could play, so maybe
but just imagine you would be starting out right now.
Yeah.
You're starting your YouTube channel right now. You're starting out as like a new up and coming player. It's so fucking hard, isn't it? Like, I have a lot of students that want.
It's pretty hard for me as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, totally. Me no longer because I retired. But it's fucking hard. Like, I have a hard time telling my students, they want to study music and they want to become like a professional musician. And with all the background knowledge that I have, I want to encourage them, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, don't do it. Because the business has changed so fucking much. It's like really hard. Let's get some of the questions from the YouTube channel. I appreciate the thought that pair put into the background photo as the landscape. Okay. appreciation for you thumbnail. What else is there? Can you share, Jen? Can you share any fun memories of touring, traveling the world? Oh my God, yeah, I went to Japan and we went to the greatest restaurant. It was a restaurant where you sit down and the chefs are like having these wooden sticks. they they grab like raw fish and they fry it in front of you, and it was amazing. Was
Japan
that?
has the best food.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah, totally. Do you, Jamajura, do you see yourself always playing guitar, creating music, even if it's what? Even if it's to share with close friends or personal, or is it something you can't cross? That is about my retirement. I am not falling off planet Earth. A lot of people treated me as if I'm falling off planet Earth. I am not.
Yeah,
I don't stop existing. And I don't stop being the person that I am. The only thing that I stop is working in the professional music business. Like, I don't want to do that anymore
you're
because
not
it's very ugly
you're
and
not
very unattractive.
pursuing an artist career.
Yeah, I don't pursue clicks, um, deals, um, contracts. I don't want that
Mhm.
because if I create for myself. I love to share, but I share it with the few people that are really following me. I have like this Discord channel, which is amazing. And there are like just a couple of people, but those people are really interested in my life, in me as a person. And I share me as a person, like
Mhm.
with my cats and all the normal private stuff and all that what I'm cooking and shit. So that is lovely and I like that. I like to share stuff because that's my character. But what I don't like is that people pressure me into functioning in a hamster wheel that I am not willing to run.
Mhm.
So I still write, I still create when I feel like it, not like every day, but sometimes I'm sitting down and I'm like, ooh, I've got this piano thing. Like, let's record. Then I record. And maybe then there's going to be some guitar on top of that, maybe not. Like, but I don't put the thing is, I don't put the pressure on myself to put the guitar on the piano thing
Mm.
because I just stopped. And it's great. I like it. I
So
love
you
it. It's really, I have a
so you
carefree life.
can create with no not a
Pressure.
single thought about like the
Yeah.
commercial side of it.
Yeah, totally.
But do you think that it could ever lead to you releasing something more publicly?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think like you could record stuff and share it outside of your Discord circle? And
Oh, maybe I'm recording my next soul album and I don't know it. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm recording like the greatest songs of planet Earth. I don't know. But that's the beauty of the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care.
I have solo music out now. Now I have 3 solo singles out, and
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people have heard them.
Mm-hmm.
More than a couple, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like compared to like Scar Symmetry, it's a very
Yeah.
small thing. And also, I do muse the exactly the things I want to do.
How do you get that stuff out there?
I just release it like myself through a like a
How do you do that?
distributing service. I just
Do you do
upload the
DistroKid
file.
or
I use Lander.
oh, Lander? That's new.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's like it's a flat fee, so they don't
Okay.
take. I mean, I don't make any money from the streams.
Of course not.
But if I would, they wouldn't take a percentage. So it's probably a pretty bad deal. It would be better with a service that didn't have a flat fee, just took the percentage. But I mean, I'm a dreamer.
Yeah, just like everybody else. Did you hear about the latest Spotify things?
Which of them? Well, the new like
The new laws in Spotify shit.
yeah. I haven't really looked into it
It's
too
another
much.
thing where I'm like, oh my God, like Spotify is literally using your music and they give themselves the right to reuse your music, to redo that music and call it something that they made and not pay you anything. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. If you look through the whole new Spotify, anybody who's listening right now, if you have your music on Spotify, take it off there. Take it out of Spotify. Put it somewhere else. Tidal or anything else, but not Spotify, because Spotify is literally abusing your music. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Do we have more questions?
I have a question.
Oh, you have a question?
I wonder what it was like from a culinary standpoint to grow up in a mixed family.
Oh wow!
Because
I love that question. Oh my God!
you have Thai food that is like.
Oh, I love that question so much.
It's like Thai food is vibrant. It's colorful.
The best.
It's so much flavor, and then you have like German food. It's like peasant food, and.
Oh my God, I love this question. Oh my God. You
so
win.
How did that work?
Prize of the best question of the century. So my dad, first of all, my dad is a great chef.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot of cooking from my dad. All the family recipes, like stuff that you would never eat in a Thai restaurant, right? So I love my dad for teaching me all that. Thank you, Dad. I love you. And my mom is also a very traditional German cook. So I never thought about that, to be honest. Like, it was either dad is cooking or mom is cooking. But now that you mention it, it's always been really diverse. I guess I was just lucky enough to have both flavors in my taste buds and eat one or the other the same way, because my mom would make like really German traditional. Well, there's a difference. There's Southern German cuisine and there's Northern German cuisine. And my mom is born in the North. So she would make like saure Eier. And I would eat that and be like, ooh, good.
What is that?
And then I don't know how to make it. But I think it's raw eggs that you have like
All
some
right,
Eier, egg. You have something like I really don't know how to make it. God damn it. You put me on the spot. Fuck.
All right.
So I'm a good chef, but this one, I don't know. So you have something like a like a broth or something. And then you crack some eggs into it. And the broth is made of dill and vinegar. It sounds so fucking gross. And something. I don't know. This is bad. It's a bad example.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so that dish, and then you have like potatoes with it. So that is a typical like northern dish.
Yeah, sounds like Sweden adjacent
It sounds
flavors.
terrible. What is a typical Swedish dish? Like I have so many friends in
Yeah.
Sweden. I'm friends with Ia, I'm friends with Ola. Like jag talar svenska. So like what is a typical Swedish dish?
Well, the traditional stuff is like meatballs, meatloaf,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
like beef stew,
Mm-hmm.
and so my mom told me that when she grew up, like in the 50s, it was there was no like there wasn't a lot of spices that you
Aha.
couldn't get. I mean, you didn't get cilantro in the 50s, or maybe
Yeah.
not even garlic yet. It was
Yeah.
like 10 years before that. So basically,
Interesting.
you had like white pepper, not black pepper, and
White
salt,
pepper,
and you
salt.
had like um, horseradish
Okay.
and some spices. Maybe you had cinnamon, cloves, allspice,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
things like that,
Uh-huh.
and basically that was it.
And then
And, and
what
then
you cook out of
and
that?
then we had like the things that we could like grow in our herb garden, like dill, parsley.
Uh-huh.
There was no basil yet,
No.
or thyme, or um, those kind of things. So
Yeah.
and it's like those were kind of the ingredients that Swedish food came from. Like we didn't even have, traditionally really rice or pasta. It was like all potatoes, beets,
Oh,
carrots,
potatoes.
parsnips, Swedes, like root
Mm-hmm.
vegetables, like and like meat and fish, and a lot of like pickled herring, and salted
Here's my
herring.
question right now. You said pickled herring. So I've been attending Matthias's Ia Eklund's
Mm,
freak guitar camp for so many years. And you've been there too. Have
yeah,
we ever been there the same year? No.
I don't think so. No,
No, we never met there. Anyway, I've been there so many times. And
it's
it's
a
always
really
been a
good place.
struggle because yes, it's a lovely place. It's a good, healthy place for the spirit. And I've been there so many times and I always wanted to be just the student.
Mm,
I always apply as just the student. But then he makes me climb the fucking guru chair and he's like, nah, Jen, you gotta do like a clinic. And I'm like,
that's what it does.
eh, really?
Do you do it?
Okay. Of course, every single year. Anyway, so he used to have this fun of like this very, very dark humor fun of having everybody play soccer, football.
Mm,
And then we had like broken ankles, broken knees.
yeah.
Like it was terrible.
People not used to doing that kind of thing.
It's we are guitar nerds. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Like put fucking 20 guitar nerds on a football field. It's like they're gonna break their ankles, of course. So he stopped that. And then for the first year he stopped that. He thought it would be a great idea to have surströmming. Is it
Hmm.
is that's it,
He
right?
had that at the camp.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
shit.
terrible. It was terrible. Oh my god. We had like and the terrible thing, Chris and Björn, they
Hmm.
came there and they were totally like opening up the can. It was like oh my god.
Yeah.
And the whole thing smelled like shit. It was just terrible. And they were just like putting it on crackers and like, that's good. How? Why?
Yeah.
Why? You're Swedish. Tell me why.
So I mean, you have that. You have the Thai connection, so you know a little bit about fish sauce. You know.
Fish sauce is not even close to that. No,
No, it's.
no.
I mean, it's not. It's it's much more pungent, but the way like adding fish sauce to a dish is like and suddenly
It's bad. I know.
it's exploding with umami, and
I know.
so
But we're talking
surströmming
about
is like
rotten,
it's like
dude.
1,000 times that.
We're talking about rotten fish. Why would you eat rotten fish out of a tin can?
Yeah. Well,
It's really bad.
it's not my
And
favorite meal, but I've eaten
I
it.
watched people like running into the woods, puking, and the whole place, the whole camp smelled like a dump for like
But
hours. It was
did you try
bad.
it?
Yeah, of course. Duh.
Hmm.
Huh? Of course.
But it
But
doesn't. It's
it
the
doesn't
weird
taste
thing.
as bad as it smells.
Yeah, it tastes like it smells, but there's something about when you eat it, it's not as bad.
It tastes terrible, but not as terrible as it smells.
Yeah. No, but I kind of like it, but
You don't.
I
Really?
do. I do.
Nah.
Yeah.
Is it true that there's like a line in a contract of a rental contract that you're not allowed to open up surströmming in inside of an apartment? Is that true?
Uh I never heard of it, but I can imagine it because we never eat it indoors. It's something
Yeah.
to be
Don't
appreciated
do that.
outdoors.
Yeah. And then the whole outdoor space is gonna smell like a dump.
Yeah. The thing that I
Really bad.
don't appreciate about surströmming is the next day burps.
Oh my God. I but you have to eat a lot of that then, don't you?
Um,
Like I
yeah,
didn't have any burps
a
or
little goes a long way.
farts or anything. Like I ate one cracker with the whole thing and I'm like just sucking it up and I'm like while everybody was running into the woods puking. It was bad. It was just really bad. And
Yeah.
please, Matthias, if you watch this, please skip that shit. Don't
Yeah.
do it. It's bad. Go back to the football and soccer and bullshit. It was bad.
Yeah. So my
Mm.
friend Henrik, who plays guitars for Evergrey, he
Oh, Henrik! I love Henrik.
is a funny guy. Lots of
He's
energy.
such a lovely guy. I
And
love
so he
him.
told me he went to the free guitar camp 1 year as
Yes.
a student, um,
Yes.
and he told me like he got there and first thing he sees is like two guys wearing Evergrey
With the
t-shirts,
Evergrey
and he is
t-shirts.
like,
I
oh
know. I
fucking
know.
hell. And obviously Ia was like, you need to go get up on the chair and do a
Of
clinic,
course.
and
Climb the guru chair. That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any of that?
Henrik is amazing. Well, no, honestly, like every single time I went there, Ia was right before I got there. He was like, pay me whatever you want to pay me, but you have to climb the guru chair. Ha. But I've always I just wanted to be like a student, you know, and learn. And I think Ia is a great teacher when it comes to rhythm, and you can only profit and learn from his skills. Maybe he's overdoing the skills with the takademi a little bit, but he takitamatu, whatever. But he's an amazing teacher, and I've always wanted to learn. Dude, look at this. Like,
Oh,
I've got the fucking freak guitar, like free kitchen tattoo here.
oh,
Like that guy has shaped my playing so much. He has been the first guitar player in my life. Like I liked Steve Vai, I liked Nuno Bettencourt, I liked Guthrie Govan, I liked Greg Howe, I liked Alan Holdsworth. I liked all these different kinds of players. But the first one that really impacted my playing, like not just like me liking the way they play, but actually like trying to put a little bit of their scent into my playing, was Matthias with his weird fucking out of doom.
when did you get into his playing? At what
Way
at
too
what
late.
point?
Way too late. I think it was. I don't know. Maybe maybe just 10 years ago. Not so long ago.
Hmm.
Like I started loving music of Zappa, hence Steve Vai. Um, like I said, Nuno Bettencourt, all these players when I was like a kid, when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. I loved these players because I was just like hungry for that sound, for something that they create that I can't. And and Ia was the first player that did something that caught my interest so much that I was like, how does he do that?
Hmm.
Like, for example, I played in an AC/DC tribute band. So I'll listen to Angus Young and I was like, oh, what is he doing? Let me try to do that. But that was different. Ia was the first one that caught my interest because of his harmonics and the way he treats the guitar. Like this sensitive, like a fret has so many more notes than just one note when you fret it, you
Hmm.
know? And that just, I was just like fascinated by that. And then I started like figuring it out. And I remember I had a guitar with a really stubborn Floyd, and I was trying to push that Floyd all the time, like because that's what he did. My shoulder hurt like hell after that day. It was terrible. It was really bad. But then I learned more and more about the fretboard, and I'm really thankful for his advice, for his friendship, for his skills, for his everything. Like he's a good guy in my life, and he
Yes.
taught me so much, and he really improved my playing because I adapted so much of his playing, not in terms of copying it, but like getting the idea of all these. You learn to play guitar. It's 12 frets. It's 12 notes.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
out of a sudden there's like a Matthias E. clone and it's like, no, it's like fucking 26 notes. And you're like, what? It's fucking amazing. And when you start learning and understanding that, and you stand still and get those
Yeah.
fucking overtones, it's fucking amazing. And that really had a big influence in my playing. So that's why he is on my wrist.
Cool.
And the other
So,
players on my wrist is like Steve Vai,
oh,
because Steve Vai has been my
so
first concert. So
I first heard Ia over
yeah,
30 years ago, maybe like
yeah,
32 or something like that,
yeah, yeah,
and which must have been like early Kitchen days,
yeah, yeah.
or maybe even before Free Kitchen. I'm not sure,
Maybe his solo stuff. Yeah.
but it was an album he did with. I think it was the album that he did with a Danish band called Fate,
Oh my God.
and
That's like really back in the days.
it
Oh
is.
my God.
So I didn't know anything about him. Just knew that there were solos on that album that was
Oh
the
my
most
God.
incredible shit I've ever heard, and I didn't really care for the music,
Uh-huh.
so I haven't really listened to it in a long time. So I can maybe, but I don't think I was very impressed by the music, and I was very impressed by the solo.
But,
So I
well, it
I
was
I
80s
actually
stuff.
had I recorded all the solos
That's long ago.
on a cassette. I just skipped the songs.
Yeah.
I just like copied my friend's cassette and just kept the solos. It's because then I could listen to all of the solos.
So good.
Yeah, and and a lot of it because I didn't know what he was doing with the harmonics.
Hmm.
But there was also like the tapping things where he
Yeah.
frets here with his left hand and he taps much
Yeah.
higher. All of these
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that I hadn't really heard anyone else do, and it kind of
Yeah.
opened up my mind because it felt
Yeah.
like, oh, so what you're basically saying with these solos is you can do whatever you want. You can
Yeah.
just like
Yep.
and that was actually more important than I think I have given him
Yeah.
credit for.
Isn't that the beauty? Like, this is why Eddie Van Halen is such a big part in the guitar scene.
Yeah.
Eddie did something that, oh, by the way, let me show you my guitar. So this is my stupid RG, nothing special, right? But then look at this. It's signed by Eddie Van Halen.
Oh shit! How did that happen?
Yeah. So the story is we played the Greek in LA. I think with this synthesis orchestra thing. And I just got ready because I was also playing with the opening act with Cellogram, which is Dave Egger, and it was just amazing. So we played like gaga gank, gaga gank, gaga gank, like amazing shit. Anyway, so I was ready, in ears in my wireless, and I walked past Amy's dressing room, and there was Eddie Van Halen standing in Amy's dressing room, and the intro already started, and I'm like, but then I saw like him standing there, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I walked into the fucking dressing room, interrupted their conversation, held my guitar, and I said, sign this. And he looked at me like completely in shock, like, and he took a Sharpie and he signed it. And I just said, thank you. And I went back and I played that stupid show. So I'm really feeling bad about that. But there was no freaking way that I would meet him again after I got off stage. So I had to like be bossy and like,
Yeah.
sign this now. And that was it. So now I got a signature on my cheap RG guitar. And
Wow.
this guitar, by the way, has a funny story because it's a very cheap RG 450. It's nothing special. And the boss came up with the idea like, hey, we all have to play like white instruments. And I said, me, metal guitar player, I'm like, I don't have any white instruments. I don't own that. Like, no. Get a white instrument. We're gonna all play like Dirty Diana, and we're gonna play white instruments. So I got this one. And this one was a very cheap RG 450. And then Ibanez were like, can't give you that. It's too cheap. And I said, I don't care. Give me a white instrument. I need a white instrument. It's too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know, then do something with it. But I need a white instrument on this tour right now. So they replaced everything, literally everything. Like everything on this guitar is like so worthy. Like the Floyd is so terribly expensive. The pickups are so terribly expensive. The mechanics here are so fucking expensive. Everything is so expensive on this guitar. But I think the one thing that makes it like the most expensive is Eddie's signature.
Is that you have played it?
And that too. No, bullshit. Okay. But yeah, that's the story of my little white RG.
And you know what? I'm kind of dreaming of a white guitar. I would love to have my signature guitar.
You want a white guitar?
I would want to have a white guitar. I think I like.
Say that loud.
I always wear like black when I play.
Yes, I know.
Totally.
I totally know where you're going at.
And this is my new signature model.
This is amazing. Looks like great on you.
and it's pitch black, and it's gonna just be like. Oh, no, I'm wearing my pajamas pants. But you see, like, on my shirt, it's like, what's happening?
So would you like a satin white, pearl white, or what? What kind of white? Let's make this. You are with Strandberg, right?
Yeah. I haven't
So
really thought about that.
Is Ola listening to this?
Not right now, at least, because now it's just for the closed patron community, and he is not a
He's
part of
not your
that.
patron community.
No.
Really? I'm gonna text him. You have to have your own signature guitar, and like, I think pearl metallic white. That's my thing for you,
Yeah.
right?
For the next iteration of my model, it's
Pearl.
gonna be white.
Yeah, yeah, but listen, white is not white.
But we're
But
gonna spell it pearl.
per.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta find those kind of things
Yeah,
to.
and then metallic with a little sparkle, white. Oh, I can see that. I tried your signature guitars. They're freaking. I should not say that. I'm just gonna hate me for that, but they're freaking good.
Yes.
I like them. They're really very well thought through, very comfortable to play,
Yeah.
very,
But
very good
I
instruments.
was an Ibanez fanboy. You know, I was
You
an
were?
Ibanez artist before Strandberg, and
You were?
yeah, and I kind of grew up playing Ibanez guitars. I got my first when I was 17 or so, and back in those days
Really?
when Ibanez were like the shit, everyone was playing Ibanez.
Well, 80s, yeah, everybody. Really?
Yeah, so I met Mike Taft, who was the artist
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Um,
No longer, but yeah.
yeah, so I met him when we did our first US tour in 2007. Met him like he was at like the after party. So someone was just like tapping my shoulder. Don't you play Ibanez guitars, sir? And I'm like, yeah, I sure do. Well,
Nice.
let me introduce you to Mike. And then he was just like, oh, I'll send you some guitars. Don't worry. And
That happened to me with Yamaha guitars back in the days. A lot of people don't know that I had an endorsement deal with Yamaha guitars before Ibanez. When I was playing Wacken, you played Wacken, and I played Wacken for the first time with my AC/DC tribute band at the age of 19. And I remember this A&R walking up to me with one of the old school SGs from Yamaha, like the Santana SGs, right? He walked up to me with this SG, and he's like, and I had a fuck what S470DX, like a Saber Ibanez guitar, and he was like, "You can't play that ICDC show with that guitar. Here's an SG, a Yamaha SG." Anyway, he was like, "If you play that guitar, it's gonna be yours at the end of the show."
Oh.
Exactly. And I was 19. I didn't know better. I'm like, that's fucking, oh my God.
Free
Oh my
stuff.
God. Right?
You
So
made it.
free stuff. So I played it, and I thought I was queen of the world. And then I played that show with that guitar, but I actually really liked it. The only problem with that guitar is it was way too heavy. It was like the body of a Les Paul, the shape, the front shape of an SG, right? So there was a lot of wood, and it was really heavy. So during the next few couple of shows, I was like, I have to change something. So I went to my friend Ziggy Brown from Fine Young Guitars, who just recently passed, and he carved out a lot of wood in that guitar. He made like some tone chambers, right? So it would lose some weight. Next show, me on stage. What happened?
Oh no.
And I'm like, fuck, feedback, shit. What am I gonna do? So in backstage, I told my band, I'm like, I'm gonna need your socks. I'm gonna need all your socks. and everybody gave me their socks. I put them all in the fucking stupid hole, and it helped. And up until this very day, this guitar carries all the socks of the AC/DC tribute band Black Thunder. Yeah, so it helped. But yeah,
Nice.
stupid tour stories. I'm sure you have a lot of stupid tour stories too.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. We all should write a book about it. Honestly, I thought about maybe I should start writing a book about the greatest tour stories. Let's make it 3 to 5 of the greatest tour stories. And then just like have friends join my book and just tell their 3 to 5 greatest tour stories. It would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
For sure. At least
I know.
if it can be, not too censored, and like if you can get to the good stuff. And I'm not only like talking about, like, I don't know, dirty stuff, but just
What kind of tours have you been on?
most of the
I
time
would
it
love
is.
to be on tour with you. I tell
Yeah.
you honestly, like you and me have such a great sense of humor. I would love to be on tour with you.
Yeah.
But I've retired, so.
And Ia.
So. Oh, and yeah, yeah. And I would like to put Ola on the billing as well.
Sure.
Ola, Ia, you. Wait, that's 3 Swedes and just me.
You can be an honorary Swede. We'll make you one.
Okay. And I can practice my Swedish. So I can say more than I want bread and wine and cheese or something, which is, Duolingo is teaching you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
what's your plans for Scar Symmetry for next year?
we don't have too many plans, actually. I'm
What do
writing
you mean?
music. Writing music, and I'm sure we're gonna do some shows, but we don't really have anything booked yet. So, but it's due to me not wanting to tour, so we're not gonna tour. We are open to doing one-offs, do festivals, or maybe do some like short tours for like do 3 or 4 shows, like an extended weekend
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let
me ask you one question. Would you be open to do like a clinic at a music school?
Sure.
So I could fly you into my music school. You do a clinic. I'll cook for you some Thai food, and then you're gonna fly back home. How about that?
Sure. Or if I drive,
Huh?
I can bring surströmming.
Nah, you don't. No. What?
As
You can't
someone
bring that when
mentioned
you
in
fly?
the chat, you cannot fly with surströmming.
Really?
Yeah.
You cannot fly with that?
Cannot do it.
Oh,
The cans,
wow.
when they get that fermented,
Wow.
they get so pressurized.
But wait, you cannot fly with it in carry-on luggage. I get that.
Yeah, I'm not sure you
But the
can
check-in luggage?
have it. Yeah, I'm not sure you can have it there either. Or maybe it's
I
like
would
an urban
understand.
myth. Yeah.
Wow. Nah, you don't have to drive. I'll pay your flight. Huh?
Sounds good. Where is it?
It's in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
That's why I love it. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty much in between Frankfurt and Hanover and Düsseldorf, in the middle of nowhere. I call it my little hobbit town.
That makes it north of Frankfurt, right?
It's a little bit north of Frankfurt, yeah. But it's in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around it, just woods. And I love it because of that. Because the kids are still kids.
Yeah.
And the people that go there really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's a good
I've done
place.
a few things like that. Done clinics at
And
schools, and
yeah, I would love to have you. We just recently had Dave Goodman there. Just this morning, I was talking to Ia about having like his clinic there, but it didn't work out. But I would love to. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions
Yeah.
and be like,
I'm counting on you. Sometimes, like if I do something like that at a school, when I do clinics at Ia's place,
that's different.
It's so easy because everyone is so
That's
hungry
different.
and
Yeah.
everyone is on
Yeah.
adult
Yeah.
and just the vibe of the place. Everyone is talking about
So,
only
yeah,
guitar
yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
But then you
Yeah, yeah.
like actually the first time I did a clinic at MI in Hollywood, which
Mm-hmm.
you would think that people would be super interested, and people are coming in and they are all sitting in the back, way in the
Yeah.
back of the room, like it was like I don't know, boring
And then you go
history.
like, does anybody
class.
have any questions?
Yeah.
Do,
I made
do.
everyone. It was not super well attended, but I made everyone sit in the front. Everyone
Very
had to
good.
come as close to me as possible. I even took my chair and was like came closer to them up
You
on the
went to
stage,
the front.
just to make
Oh my
the
God.
point. So and that was very nice. But like I
I
talked
always-
about something.
always-
Do you have any questions about it? And everyone like,
And it was quiet, right? Yeah, like it's terrible. I always like to be this one friend at the guitar clinic. I did that with Andy Timmons. Andy Timmons did a guitar clinic at a friend's music store. And I was all the way in the back. And he was like playing and he knew I was there and he was playing and then he was like
did you try to like conceal your voice? What about that solo in that song?
No. He was like, are there any questions? And I'm like, and then I asked some stupid question just to start the whole thing, right? Like people don't ask first questions. If somebody else is asking a question, then it's fine.
Yeah,
Who else did I do that with?
someone's got to break the ice.
At the Guitar Summit, I think. I was at a clinic and I asked the first question. Who was it? Billy Sheehan? Or oh no, it was actually at the Dave Goodman thing. So he was like, is there any questions? And I said, and I said, well, do you work with different tunings or do you always play with the standard tuning? Which is a great question because he was able to answer like a lot of like things about his playing and all the different guitars and all that. And I always think that's a nice thing to do, like ask that first question. That'll make like everybody else feel more comfortable to ask questions. And it started because nobody else would start. So I'm always like so if you do that, I'm gonna be the first question.
I love that.
Cool.
Hey, I think this would be a good time to wrap up the episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're coming
God
up
damn
on
it,
the
we're
2-hour mark.
2 hours.
Yeah.
You told me 1 hour. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's 2 hours for real.
Yeah, and I must say I actually prefer when an episode can just go on and we have a lot of things to talk about, because
Oh, I love you. You know that.
I don't. I mean, you are like you're a celebrity guitar player, and I've had many of those on here, but I do not really invite people, for
No.
personal clout or
You invite-
something.
Yeah,
I
you
want to.
invite people for humanity.
I want to talk to friends, and I have
Yeah,
a friend of mine who is working with a lot of famous guitar players and manages people, and he reached out to me and he was like, I maybe I can like hook you up with some really cool guests for the show, and I thought that was very cool of him, of course, but it's not like I don't want to necessarily have like someone
Celebrities.
like Steve Vai on not that this guy was associated with him, not that
I
would
get
ever happen, but like I don't want to do this as like an interview, like, so when is your next
get it.
album coming out, and
Yeah.
then then you get 30 minutes and then it's a clean cut off. I've started doing
so get it.
the Scarguitar show so that I have
No, just it's
I
just
have like an
honestly, you and
opportunity to
me,
talk to friends.
you and me have been like getting to know each other over the years, like a little by little by little.
Yeah.
And we always meet like for little amounts of time. But the little amounts of time are good, and they teach us that you and I have the same mindset. And then we had this one talk for my stupid podcast thing idea that I had. And that was a beautiful talk. And ever since then, I'm really happy when I get to see you every now and then.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate you. You are a fantastic, tasteful, musical musician, not only guitar player, but musician. And I'm really lucky to call you my friend.
Thank you.
That
thank
was
you.
cheesy. That was cheesy, I know. But it's the truth.
Yeah, that warms my heart.
No. No,
So-
it's true. It's true.
so
So I'm happy.
Stay on the call if you have a few
I will.
minutes, so we
Absolutely.
can finish up
Duh.
in private.
In private.
And so I just saw Joey's comment. This may be a record for the longest Scarguitar show yet.
Oh, are we doing the record? Woohoo!
I think that Andy Gillian and we did a bit longer.
No.
So,
So tell me, what did you have for breakfast? Come on, let's continue this. I want to break the record.
no, but I think this was a very good one, and this calls for
Yes,
some time from now we will do the sequel.
I would love to. I would love
Yes.
to, because I love to talk to you, because you're sophisticated, you're smart, and I love talking to you.
And I can't wait for some German Thai food
Uh,
or Thai German food.
or maybe my sequel of like writing another album because I came out of retirement, or whatever.
Yeah,
Or maybe not. Not.
it's up to you. What do you
Nah.
want to do?
Maybe not.
All right. So everyone watching this live with us, or people who are watching this in the future, much love, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. And thank you, Jen Majura, for being a good sport and a good friend.
You're so welcome.
All right.
Yay!
Goodbye, everyone.